Hey guys, I forgot to do a week 3, so that's what this is. So, week 3 of the second semester, week 18 of the year. So I guess I'll just kind of talk about my week like I always do. So, I guess one of my highlights of my weeks just seem to be the dance classes I get to take. I'm only in one, but the really cool thing is it's musical theater dance style, so we recently learned the opening to a chorus line, and we are now doing Crazy for You. We're doing a tap number, and then we're going to be working on West Side Story next week. So I'm really enjoying that class, getting to work in different styles and still push my level of dancing twice a week. My English class, it's English. I have to take it. If I didn't have to, I mean, it's sort of, when you're not extremely passionate about something, that's when it sort of gets at you. I like my teacher, just I'm not a big fan of writing about writing, so the whole idea that I'm writing about plot and setting and characters and flat and round and static and dynamic characters, I'm not a big fan of. I'd much rather sort of do what I did in my honors seminar, where it was we took an idea and you were able to expand it and talk about it in your own way. And sometimes my writing style is different than what most teachers like, and sometimes my ideas just sort of, So it's English. We have study groups, which I like. At first I was really kind of turned off to the idea, but there's a girl, Jocelyn, who we text back and forth and stuff if we have any questions about anything, and so I guess you could say we're friends, which is nice, having someone that's doing something other than theater. I was trying to go through my classes. Acting is going well. It's still a grind to get up in the morning, just because when you're so hardcore, so to speak, throughout the entire day, leading up to it and stuff like that, you're so tired because from everything else. So acting is definitely a challenge to get up, but then once I'm there, it's a lot of fun. Piano, I'm trying to make that an honors class as well as my acting class. So we've been talking to Dr. Powell about making that honors. Sarah, Gabby, and I have all talked to him about that. So that'll be cool because we're thinking of sort of combining what we do in our voice lessons with piano and sort of figuring out chords and things like that. So that'll be cool. And then tomorrow I'm performing in recital hour, which is really fun. And actually the really cool thing is Sarah's sick. She has a sinus infection. So she was going to sing, but I don't think she's going to be able to just because she hasn't been feeling well. But all the other musical theater freshmen are going to be performing, which is going to be really cool considering that it'll be my first time performing, Anna Sheridan's, Gaffney's. It'll be Gabby's second time because I didn't get a chance to get in a performance before school ended first semester. So that'll be really cool to sort of have almost like a freshman showcase kind of thing at recital hour. So I have that, and then my voice lessons are going well. We're looking at new material, so I haven't had a chance to sing through it, but my new accompanist, Ann Miles, she's really good, and so she played through the songs and the melodies, so that's good. And then I have costuming, which we've been talking about doing measurements. That's what today was just going over the measurement sheet and just breaking everything down. So Thursday our samplers are due, which is the buttons, cross stitch, slip stitch, snap, hook and bar. So that's really cool. So because then on last Friday when I went with Gabby and Sarah to the costume shop, I sewed on buttons. So that was cool. So there were buttons that Haley Chappell, who's in Servant of Two Masters, that's what her suspenders will go on. So I sewed 4 in the front and 2 in the back. So that was cool that, it's all starting to be incorporated, which is really cool. So I have that, and then of course my dance class, which I love. And But yeah, and I've been going to yoga twice a week, which I may end up increasing to 3 times a week because we talk to the woman Lydia. She does Mondays and Fridays, and then there's a woman named Carly who does Wednesdays. So we talked to Lydia, Tyler, Keller, and I. We've been going together, and she said that she does an afternoon session on Fridays. So once I earn all my shop hours, I'm going to start going to that. So I think I'm going to end up increasing that to 3 times a week. And then Carly is also, she does a different style, sort of yoga. Not a different style, because what Lydia said is they do Ashtanga yoga. I don't know, that's what they sort of draw from. But she's different in the way that she teaches. So it's cool to have 2 different teachers going towards the same thing but teaching differently. So I have that, and then I've been trying to go, on the days that I'm not going to yoga, go do elliptical and rowing, which is one of my new favorite machines. So I've been trying to keep up with that. And what else? Oh yeah, so we're Mark Holman, who's a Tony Award winning composer. He did Urinetown. He came and has been working on Bigfoot with Coastal Carolina, Bigfoot and Other Lost Souls. So that show started last weekend, and it's going this weekend and then the following weekend. And they actually ended up having to add 2 shows just because of the drive of everyone wanting to go there. So that's cool. And then Servant of Two Masters, we also have a guest teacher that has been helping with that because it's so physical theater. So with like the clown, and I don't know if there's masks in it, but there's an intro to physical theater class this semester because the teacher's here. And then Lost in Yonkers is also getting started. So once Bigfoot closes, they're going to tear down that set over at 79th, and then Lost in Yonkers set is going to go up, and that's where Lost in Yonkers is going to be. Then Servant of Two Masters is going to be in the black box, and then when spring break comes, the Laramie Project will be starting in the Wheelwright. So they're just doing a bunch of shows. So, and rumor has it that we are going to be hearing our season soon. So as soon as I know what the season is, and I know for sure that everything isn't just, a floating rumor, I will definitely let everyone know on here, the few of you who watch, what the season is. So I'm really excited about that, because then once we know what the season is, that's a great way to start preparing for next fall. So yeah, so week 18/3. Trying to think if there's anything else that comes to mind. We had auditions last week, or this past weekend, for here on campus, and we had about 30 people audition, which is a big number, especially for on campus. So we had one in November, which I'm not sure how many people auditioned then. Then we had one now. Then next week they're going to Chicago Unifieds, which I wish I could be there because I love Chicago Unifieds. So they're going to be there for a couple days, and then in a couple weeks, in about 2 weeks, they're going to have another one. And yeah, so that's really exciting. And I guess they said one of the last auditions here on campus, they have about 50 kids auditioning, which is a very large group, which is very good for Coastal. So, yay. So, yeah, that's be a little bit late on the week 3, but hopefully Friday I'll probably have a week 4 up, since this week has been going swimmingly. So thank you for watching, the few of you who do watch, and I will see y'all later.